This is Matrix Lord 212, and we're hearing about Doctor Who Series 7, episodes 1 through 6. We got the Weeping Angels, we got the Daleks, we got a new companion, we got the death of a companion, or two, or maybe not. But what exactly is going to happen beyond the 6 episodes? This stuff, with all this stuff going on now, what if the episodes after that, like 7 through 14, are so much better? It makes me wonder, maybe the Master, maybe the Cybermen, Sontarans, Yeti, who knows, really. But I do want to see the adventure with the Doctor, where I think that girl was supposed to be his companion that died, and a good man goes to war, because she seemed like a future companion, and I think it was in the Amazon rainforest where she ran with him. So now I don't know if that character is tied in with Jenna Louise Coleman, but the one that but there is a companion that he has that I guess he was running through the rainforest. So I don't know if that's her, but I do want to see the Ronnie return. Now, going back to the subject of the Doctor regenerating into a woman, as I stated before, they did reveal that it is possible in The Doctor's Wife by Neil Gaiman. The Doctor talked about this most evil Time Lord that regenerated into a woman and then became even more of a menace. So, and he was so excited, like, oh my God, he was, maybe that's the time that they're sending him a message or something. But we know that Time Lords can regenerate into children, into women, men, whatever. As far as I know, who knows what else they can do. But I don't think that that should be done for the 50th anniversary. Yes, it would make the show interesting. It would be a different take. It would be fresh. But anything to do with Doctor Who is fresh. I mean, anytime the Doctor regenerates, it's fresh. I mean, you got a whole new score and soundtrack, different theme. You got different companions, and the only thing, my one pet peeve that I don't like is the fact that Matt Smith has to act all the time like, I'm so old and I just don't get it. I don't see it anymore. It's like your yard, and you allow your yard to grow and you don't even know what's back there. It's like, I don't like that at all. I mean, after a while it's like a bitter old fool that's boring. I don't like that. I mean, when you regenerate, you have a new personality, a new take on things, excitement, the freshness, and it makes you wonder, like, if Matt Smith's Doctor still has, like, his pain inside from, Rose, from the Time Lords. I mean, you see it all over his face in the Christmas special, the first one with Matt Smith, where, Kazran Sardik is talking about, if you could love, if it was a choice between falling in love with someone and losing them, would you not fall in love with them at all, or something like that, or whatever. I can't get the saying right, but anyway, it was like a dig, because the first thing the Doctor was thinking about was Rose. So, and you know what? That's what I really want to see, and I think a lot of fans will want to see too. If Matt Smith's Doctor had encountered Rose, what the heck would happen? I mean, would he go absolutely bonkers? Would all the rules go out the window? And would he be, like, running to her like he was as David Tennant? I mean, what the heck would happen? I mean, they made it so monumental that, people are asking for it. They want to see Matt Smith and David Tennant as the human Doctor interact. They want to see Matt Smith, if he accepts David Tennant's human Doctor, or he's against him. Now, yes, he accepted the Ganger, but the Ganger was exactly a duplicate of him. The human doctor is not. The human doctor has a piece of Donna in him. Now, I'm not saying because it's Donna that he's evil, but he did commit an act of genocide and not even give a crap. Didn't even think about it. And that's something the doctor would not do. He would always think about a solution. And with the solution with the time war, there was no other solution. But you better believe he did everything possible to avoid it. He even stated he tried to save Davros and his ship from the time war. Now, how does that make any sense, where you know full well that, you're in a war with the Daleks and Davros, and you go to save Davros? I think he tried to do that to end the war, to say, hey, you know what, I'm saving you, and you know what, you need to stop the war now. I think that's the only reason that the doctor tried to save Davros, okay? It wasn't any other thing. So, obviously he tried every which way to stop the time war, and he couldn't come up with any other solution, so he had to do that. He had to destroy Gallifrey, and everything was destroyed, but then a Dalek survived, and they always survive, and there was millions of Daleks in the void. So you want to see it. You want to see Matt Smith with Rose Tyler. You want to see Matt Smith with Martha Jones. You want to see Matt Smith with Donna Noble. Only because, you know what? We saw it with Sarah Jane, and everybody loved it. I loved it. So why wouldn't you want to see it? So, it's just something that we want to see. As well as we want to see everybody, and don't tell me they don't, they want to see Paul McGann regenerate into Christopher Eccleston, the 8th into the 9th. Because you know what? We were robbed. We never got to see that, okay? So we need to see the 8th Doctor regenerate into the 9th. And then there was also these other things, that little bits and pieces that were thrown out there since Series 1 about the Doctor, the 9th Doctor, visiting Rose Tyler when she was a child and buying her a bicycle. There was other things to do with the Master leaving traps for the Doctor. Now, there was only one trap that was sprung, was the Lazarus Project. So could the Prime Minister, Harold Saxon, be encountering the 11th Doctor? That's something that I expect, because there were other traps. So, where else did he go with Lucy Saxon and the TARDIS? You don't just go one place, okay? He probably was doing all kinds of stuff. He's probably traveling around with his own companion in the TARDIS. So, I fully expect to see Rose Tyler and the Doctor versus the Master. I want to see it. Everybody wants to see it. So, and what else are we looking forward to? Omega. Who doesn't want to see Omega? Well, half the fans do and half the fans don't. The fans that don't want to see Omega, some of them don't even know who Omega is. I think education is in order for that. And just like they can reintroduce characters, they can reintroduce Omega. Bottom line, they got to explain the symbols on the church. They got to explain, who's behind the church, who's behind the silence. And yes, the Doctor has to tell River Song his name, and he didn't, not in the Wedding of River Song. So we know that that's going to be an adventure where he does tell her, and she's probably part of the Fall of the 11th. So other than that, it's another rant. So trying to see, I'm still using the on and off. I was using the new laptop the other day, but then now I'm trying to fix. I'm trying to do some things I still need to do with the old laptop. So I'm going to end this video now. But thanks a lot. Please subscribe.